Good morning and welcome to week 35 of Reselling Full-Time in Australia. Welcome back to the channel where we talk all about reselling and some eco-friendly tips thrown in there as well. The weekend has just gone by. It is Monday and we had a wonderful weekend in Sydney, catching up with friends finally after months of being apart, celebrating with some drinks and good food and seeing a show at the Opera House. Over the weekend, I had some exceptional sales and I'll take you through a few of them very soon. Shipping out all of my beautiful treasures that sold Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and today, Monday. Starting off with a Depop Sale, this gorgeous cotton dress, size 20, really beautiful boho print. Just a little day Cuba top, like square box style, that was $20 plus shipping. These pants are Sportscraft and they are new without tag, and the buyer lives in my town, so they are picking it up tomorrow and I will refund them the postage. These were $30 plus postage. Just a taking shape dress, very funky. This review dress I picked up a couple of weekends ago, sold pretty quick for $30 plus postage. These next three items sold as a bundle, which is wonderful. I love bundle items. So they sold for $55 in total plus postage. So just a little kukai skirt I got in a bundle, this lightweight cotton gorgeous tunic, and a little boho tunic. This jump dress sold in my 30% off sale on just older items, so I think it sold for like $12 plus postage, but it is out the door. This Orientic dress you would have seen me pick up in last week's video. Very nice, full 100% cotton. And these funky festival pants, all knitted. They went for, I think, $20 plus postage. I sold this Colorado leather bag for $42 free shipping. I picked that up a couple of weekends ago in a garage sale. Sold a sealed copy of The Crocodile Hunter for $20 free postage. This Ghost Stories book, it's a hardcover and it's still got the dust jacket on it. It's vintage, 1958. Sold for $24. Just a little paperback Franklin that went $8 free shipping. It'll just go in a little envelope for $2.20. And a pair of men's sketches for $49 plus free shipping. And these amazing boots, Tory Burch. They are real. They've got the little Tory Burch on here and then the zipper, and I'll show you the inside of the boot too. So that's the inside with the official stamps, made in Brazil. Really, really nice pair. Looks like they were only worn once, if at all, if maybe just tried on. I picked these up for $4 and they sold for $260 plus postage. The only small issue that they have is on the zipper. It's stretched. So it still works perfectly fine. It's just the lining is like stretched away from the boot. Looks perfectly fine wearing them, and as you can see, you can't really tell, but fingers crossed the customer has read the description and looked very closely at the photos. But this has got to be the best find in a very, very long time. Good morning, it is Tuesday and this morning I'm just running around doing some errands, so dropping off my courier post. I'm about to drop off my AusPost parcels. It's raining again. And then I'm going to pick up some newspapers from the community centre so that I've got them for packaging up my items, plastic free. Oh, so we're going to do today. Oh, I might get a Christmas tree, which is very exciting. We're going to get a real one. So we've had a real one the last 3 years. The first one that we had, the plan was to repot it, let it grow as we grew the house. Well, that didn't work. So we're getting a new tree and then we compost it each year. So hopefully I get one of those today. And then it's just listing. I mean, a rainy, drizzly day like this, I really like to knuckle down and photograph and list so that on sunny days, you know, if I decide to have an afternoon off or whatever, then I can. I'm back home now, and I've decided I'm going to go through this box of big box PC games that I got from the garage sale about 2-3 weekends ago, and I haven't gone through it at all. I just brought it home, so I paid $40 for everything. So there's a couple of sealed ones there, not that one. Where is it? Yeah. Couple of sealed ones, which is pretty cool. So the thing with big box PC games from the 80s and 90s is you got to make sure that everything is there. So they usually came with, like, as you can see with this one, entire books, multiple CDs, multiple, like, instruction manuals. Like, look how many is just in this one box. So got to go through everything, make sure everything is in there. So I might research them and how much they're worth, and then come back on here and let you know.
Make me wanna show my feelings. Don't know how, but now I'm healing. And it feels like you make me wanna show my feelings. I don't know how, but now I'm healing. And it feels like
Just going through the games, and I found this in this big box, which seems to have just been opened but never used, and it's got like the original advertising material for these. How amazing. This is from 1995. Can you imagine seeing these in 1995? Especially if you're a gamer. Look at this thing. That's so cool. Oh my gosh. It's these things that are just amazing to find. Very cool. Okay, so this one's pretty unique. It's the big box version. It's got 2 discs, mint condition. All of these discs, everything inside the boxes is in mint condition. So the only thing I know about this guy is that he worked at Harvey Norman and like electrical places all his life. A lot of the stuff was just collected from his jobs. This one is cool because it comes with a special edition video of the making of the game. Because check out the graphics. This would have been state of the art back then. But it's just so cool to see. This was so advanced back then that they had to put a special edition video out on it. So pretty cool. And then it has the original receipt, $105.80. And that shows as well, video game pricing has not changed very much in, 30, 40 years. And you can still grasp a good idea of how good a game is just based on the cost. There's a really cool episode of Netflix Explained that talks all about that and video games, and it's very interesting. So check that out on Netflix if you've got it. This one is very 90s. I love the design of it. There is only one other that has sold. There's none listed at the moment for about $50. And with that 7th guest, that one, I'm struggling to grasp a price on that. There's only one that has sold with the video for around $80. But this one's really cool. This is like Photoshop before Photoshop. It's got, again, they're just in pristine condition. So the booklets, I wanted to show you the examples of what you can do with your amazing family photos. Oh, imagine taking that to a slideshow night with your family and friends. Amazing. Love the graphics on this one. Check out the user manual. Amazing. Very cool. And the sticker. That's very cool. This one, I'm not sure. There's one listed for $88. There's 2 that have sold that just are the CD in the case for about $15. So not too sure on what I'll get on this one, but very cool. This one is another unusual one. There's only one that has sold, but it's in the box itself. So this isn't. This is the only thing that I've got. And that sold for $50. So not too sure. There's a lot listed overseas. There's none listed in Australia, but none have sold overseas and only one has sold in Australia. So I think I'll just take a stab in the dark on this one because I'll be the only one in Australia with it. This is the sealed Grand Theft Auto. There's 3 others that are sealed that are listed for about $50, but none have sold. Because it is brand new and sealed, I'm going to put it up separately. See if I'm the one that sells the first one. Okay, this is a surprise. I've opened this box. It's got its instruction manual, no game, but it was filled with all these other games' instruction manuals. I'll quickly go through them, and if any of you guys need them for your own games, let me know. So with these, I'll still definitely research them because even just manuals or booklets definitely go for some games. So even if I got like $5, $10, even $15 each, that is easy profit because they just go in an envelope for $2.20. Man, I wish the game was in this because it would be going for around 40 bucks. This one, there's none listed. There's only one that has sold overseas for about $25 plus postage. But somebody else is selling the digital version of this for $15 plus postage. So I know that this one is going to go for more than that because it's the original with the box, 2 discs and the instruction manuals. This one's pretty good as well. So just the discs on their own are going for about $15. There's none of the big box version available, but there's only one that has sold for $35 plus shipping, so fantastic. And it's got all of the bits and pieces with it. The other amazing thing inside this box was this. It's a floppy disk to download the AOL internet browser. This is really cool. It's a time capsule. So I'm going to see if this alone is worth something by itself because this would be very rare being sealed and a promo as well. Yep, just had a quick look. So there's plenty listed overseas. There's quite a few that have sold for about $15 to $20. There's none listed in Australia, and there's none listed and none sold in Australia either. So I'm going to be the only one with this and being sealed and a promo. I'm going to list it quite high. Another cool one that really shows its age is this Movie Maker. So there's none listed, one sold overseas, which was just the disc for about $15. So I don't know, $25 to $30, I'd say. Okay, these ones I'm going to sell as a bundle because they're not selling. There's quite a few of these listed for about $50, but they're not selling. So I'll put these together as a bundle. So all up, I am really happy with this purchase. Like I said, I paid $40 for everything. Conservatively, if we get $20 each for the big box games and then, I don't know, $20, $30 for that one, then that's $220 there. So keep in mind, most of the prices that I was saying, there was postage on top of that. And then there's obviously eBay fees and a few other things going on in there. But yep, 40 into about 220. I'm pretty happy with that. It has stopped raining now, come out glorious. And so, look at my tomato plant, just going berserk. I need to come out and pick my tomatoes. There is so much going on in here, but I need to pick that one and that one. Originally, we just put in 6 lettuces and 2 tomato plants. So everything else has just appeared, which is lovely. It's so cool to see all this life in here. A few of the things we have growing, we've got lots of pumpkins. As usual, pumpkins just come out anywhere you put compost. We have heaps of these climbing spinach. So I planted these upstairs from seeds, and obviously I have put the seeds everywhere else because there's heaps of those. Little violas, so they're just nice to attract the bees. Now these are irises, I believe. I might be completely wrong. These, so they're just flowers. They were in a heap of pots, the bulbs, so they grow up from bulbs, and I replaced the dirt in them, and obviously all the bulbs have been scattered within my compost. It's just mixed in. And check out the flowers on them. So these are the flowers on the irises. So pretty. The other thing I had to check today was my pumpkins. So we've got one here who's doing really well, and we've got one behind me, and I think they're nearly ready to pick, which is very exciting. That means 4 pumpkins from this big pumpkin patch, and I haven't had success with pumpkins before. It's really nice to have this little patch right next to my office window because I get to see all the colour and the life and all the things growing, which is really cool. And my pineapples are still growing. Like I said, about 6 months until I'm going to be able to eat them, but it is cool to see they're changing shape. And my frangipani getting flowers. While I'm out here, I'm going to show you something that might be very new or unique to a lot of you watching. But I learned about this in my Introduction to Permaculture course. Now, what I'm going to tell you, it's really important to make sure you do this right. If you do it wrong, it can be quite dangerous. So what we do, we compost Bailey's poops. But you need to make sure that if you're going to compost your dog poos, that you don't do it near anything productive. So you don't do it near fruit trees, vegetables, or a composting area that you're going to spread onto those, or flowers that you're going to pick. You have to do it in a space that's sort of not going to be touched. Viruses and pathogens and all of that can be transferred into the plants, and that can get quite dangerous when you're consuming those things. So this space for us is a bit of a nothing space. If we plant anything here, it'll just be probably native shrubs. Nothing productive is going in here. We have set it aside. A bucket, we've drilled holes into the sides, and then we put it in. We buy a bag of worms from Bunnings, pop it in, and we just put the poos in there. And then every, say, 3 to 4 months, we tip it over, and the base layer is just rich, neutral soil. There's no smell. It's really fertile. It's fantastic for the palms along here, great for the garden, and putting it back into the garden instead of just the red bin. Some of you might find this gross, but I mean, opening it up and putting the poo in there, it's no different to opening your red bin and getting smacked in the face with a whiff of poo. There's no difference. But I can see that my cane palms are loving it. It's less waste just going to landfill. Now, as I'm saying all of this, obviously there's a tomato plant here. This has just grown wild, and we're just leaving it. We're letting it go. And as the tomatoes ripen, we'll just leave them for the birds, and we're not touching that. If you're interested in something like that, you can do it. It's just got to be done properly. We had a new shop open up next to my husband's pharmacy, and I had to get Christmas presents for my Sendle driver and also my Ozpost people, because they are superheroes. They are amazing, and I know that my business goes so smoothly because of them throughout the year. So I had to support the new shop, and I got them a special little local gift as well, because we love to support local. And just look how beautiful they packaged up the gifts. So I'm so glad I went local for their Christmas presents. And then I got a couple of goodies for me, this beautiful candle for my office. And then my office plants have got some mealy bugs at the moment, so I'll give them a wipe down with this neem oil, which is made in Australia in a glass bottle. I love supporting small little local businesses. It's Wednesday, and today I'm going op shopping in the morning. I have an hour, and I've got 2 op shops that I've got to go to. So we'll see what we can pick up in an hour. And then I'm going out for a Christmas party with volunteers from the New South Wales National Parks and Wildlife Service, because I volunteer there once a month. And so we're all catching up after what's been a pretty year and very unusual. So be good to see everybody's faces. I love doing the tours. I wish I could do more, but it's something that I can do, which is the one a month. I love going out there and talking to people about the plants and the wildlife and the history. It's an awesome experience I'm very happy to be a part of. So I'll take you along this first hour of op shopping, and we'll see what we can find. I've got my new Christmas mask on, and I just walked in and she said that everything is half price, or it's $5 a bag of clothes. Let's go. I just got all of this for $19. And so instead of working out cost per item, just this vintage leather jacket. I'll say my cost is $19 and the rest was free. Wow. Okay, I'm going in for round 2. That was only 2 rooms. So I realized as I finished saying that I had to go. It was time for me to go. I'd spent way too long at that first op shop. So I've just been to the Christmas party and it was lovely seeing everyone's faces and getting out to Copeland itself. Copeland State Conservation Area is stunning. It's so beautiful, so rich in history, and has such a diverse amount of flora and fauna out there. It's always so refreshing. Good morning, it is Thursday, and first up I'm going to take you through the things that I got yesterday at the op shop for a total of $19. I'm going to quickly go through them and I'll put on the screen somewhere some previous solds so that you can get an understanding of the return investment that I'm looking to get for these products. First up we have a Oricon steel racing hat, Rip Curl Pro Search hat, got the Rip Curl on the inside, a Harry Potter hardcover. Now I'm going to save this for getting the series together and then I'll sell the series together all at once. These kids Ravensburger puzzles, I couldn't find anything on the Bob the Builder one. I didn't check the Disney Princess ones, but I'll probably sell them as a lot. I haven't double checked this exact book, but I know that pretty much anything Dinotopia does very well. This is a set of cards and envelopes by Anne. Now I say Gades and my husband thinks it's Geddes, so how do you pronounce it? Or how's the right way to pronounce it? It's sealed, vintage, 1993. Gotta love these little books. I just pick them up as I see them, and then once I get a big bundle together I list them as a set. It is beautiful and the inside is in pristine condition with absolutely gorgeous illustrations, and then this one is so small it can go in like the small tracked envelope. This really cute tasseled kids hat just got better and better as I looked through it. So rainbow, it's like a little monkey, and then it's this cool brand which I haven't looked up the brand yet, but it looks pretty good, and it's 100% wool, so very cool. These probably aren't worth much, probably only about $20, but they are vintage Mickey Mouse Target made in Australia. Wow, these are probably one of the coolest jeans I've ever found. They are Rip Curl vintage 31 made in Australia. They're super high-waisted and super wide leg. They are hemmed, which I'll just put in the description and make sure there's a clear photo. But check out the back of these. That is really cool. And then there's another patch on this side. These next 2 shirts are both extra large Greg Norman, so I will sell them as a pair. They've got the cool little shark on the back and in immaculate condition. Cute little kids Country Road jumper, very thick, so Country Road size 12 kids. It is insulated as well and it is 100% wool. This jacket is amazing. Very thick vintage, got the cool double zip here, the suede on the inside. The brand doesn't seem to be anything amazing. So that's the brand, very cool paisley inside, and it's made in Korea. This is probably the find of the day. It is sealed, brand new. These are selling for between $80 and $120, but they're listed for up to $350. But I haven't found one that has the lights. So this has working lights. So when you put it on the track, it is connected to the battery of the track and it will light up as it goes. So very cool find. Beast Quest I always pick up. I have a huge bundle that I'm just collecting until I have the full series. The same with Del Toro Quest. I'm just collecting them as I see them and then we'll sell the full series all together. Pair of Whitner loafers, leather. It isn't snake leather, but it's snake print. Excellent condition, probably only worn a couple of times. Pair of Lacoste shoes. I haven't sold Lacoste before, but I'll give it a go with this one. And these brown leather boots. I haven't looked up the brand, but they are really cool. They've almost got like a square toe with the suede on the top and the leather on the bottom. Very cool. Just listed this big box game at 10:03 and it is now 10:31 and it has sold for full price. Just walked out my back door and look at this gorgeous strawberry that's ready for me to eat. Oh, yum. Oh my god, that's so good. Nothing is more satisfying than growing your own food. Oh, so good. It's Thursday night, so that means we are shipping out our orders for the last couple of days. So first up we have this Kukai little jumpsuit, so that went for $20 plus postage. This beautiful August floral wrap dress. This is very similar to Spell and the Gypsy in Byron Bay, so keep a lookout for this tag. That went for $49 plus postage. This is just a little Forever New skirt from my own personal wardrobe that I did a clear out on. Very silky soft floral. That went for $21 plus postage. This Suzanne wrap jacket. It's got like a zip on the side and like wraps around so it's structured. So that one went for $25 plus postage. This little jump linen top made in Australia, so it is vintage and it's got like the little Y2K detail down here. That one went for $24 plus postage. Pair of Bull Rush little cropped jeans. I think they're a size 6. Yep, size 6, so together they went in my 30% off sale for $25 plus postage. And then within like 2 hours, I sold all of these big box PC games from listing them this morning. So first up we have the Crime Cities Complete and then the TFX Just the box and the manual. Those two went together for $40 plus postage to the same buyer. Then we have Inferno and that went for $25 plus postage. Seventh Guest has that really cool VHS in it, so that went for $35 plus postage. The Microsoft 3D Movie Maker, that went for $29 plus postage. And the Red Baron went for $30 plus postage. This individual James Patterson, I picked it up for 50 cents at the garage sale the other weekend. That went for $18 plus postage. This Lord of the Rings PS2 game went for $20 including postage. This lovely embossed leather wallet, that went for $30 plus postage. And this one went within the last half hour, so quick little ship out for someone. This altogether sold for $150 plus postage. It's a Canon EOS 300 film camera, exceptional condition, and it has all of the accessories and all of the instruction manuals and everything, so it's going to make someone, probably a collector, very happy. It's Friday, yippee for the weekend coming up. Today I am getting all organised for a market that I'm going to be at on Saturday night. It's a Twilight Christmas market and I'm taking all of the baby lot stuff that I got in that big bulk lot, well, a few months ago now. It's all brand new, organic cotton, fair trade, really high quality baby stuff. So it's absolutely perfect timing to get a market stall for this stuff. So that's today's mission, is to organize it, get everything I need ready and work out the pricing for things as well, because I want to make it as easy as possible for myself and customers. So I want to get that all sorted today. First, I want to make sure that I earn money in the meantime, so let's go do some listings. Okay, so I have done my listings for today, and now I'm organising the market. So it's all the baby stuff, which maybe if you remember about a month ago, I brought all of it downstairs into my office, over here, into this corner, because it was a great space for it. But now I have to bring it all back upstairs, upstairs into the garage to organize the market. So let's go. Okay, so I've got together everything that I'll need for the market, all in the garage. So starting off with the stuff that I'll need to actually set up, I've got 2 tables and a gazebo, 2 A-frame hangers for all the clothes. I've got a couple of these pine boxes from Kmart to display things, some rope for hanging signs, extra boxes for different heights and for putting other stock in. Stationery, so I've got scissors, texters, pens, washi tape. That's for making signs and then doing up the little gift bags that I've got. Pegs for hanging up signs, double-sided sticky tape, normal sticky tape, again for hanging up signs. I can't tell you how often I use all of this stuff at a market, so it is necessary. I've got some craft labels for doing pricing. Then I've got some decorations, so twine, again for signs. Some decorations, so I've got some buntings, so they're little Hessian ones with love hearts on them. Some little like lantern-y things. I've got these twinkle lights that I'll put on the table, and then I've got Christmas lights that I'll hang around the gazebo edge. This is a bag of bags. So these are all paper bags, so they're a bit nicer. All of these bags I've collected just from my own personal use, from op shopping and stuff. I haven't bought any brand new bags. And then I've got coat hangers for hanging all of the onesies and tops on. I got these free off Facebook Marketplace. So now I'm going to go through and set everything up with the two tables, the A-frames and the gazebo, sort of work out the setup I'm going to have on the day, and then I'll move on to pricing things and making signs. Okay, so the gazebo is quite high. I just didn't think it was that high. So anyway, I'll pull that back down and we'll just go with the tables and the A-frames and work it out from there. Okay, so I've pretty much finished the first part of setting up, which is putting one of each style and size on the coat hangers. So I've done onesies, rompers, and tops and dresses. And I had to take them all out of their plastic wrap, which is heartbreaking because I guess like now they're open. Most of them still have tags, which is good. And then I'll recycle all of this through Reselling. And I'm down to my last two coat hangers and the last two tops. How is that? Love it. One of the most time-consuming parts of doing all of this has been taking off the labels from the last lady, because she did markets with all of this stock. And so I'm taking off each one because I'm doing cash only. I want it to be a nice even number. I'm not dealing with like 99s or dollars or cents. So there's been a lot where it's $9.95 and I want to do it for $10. So I've had to change over all of the labels. So that's been pretty time consuming today. Okay, my setup is ready to go tomorrow. Everything is priced and everything is organized in its category, and now I know exactly where each item is going to go and how it's going to look. So now I'm really excited for tomorrow. I've got some pre-loved books as well that I'm adding to it. These are just leftovers from bundles, and also books that were stale stock on eBay that I've ended and put in here as well. And then I've got all my hanging goodies. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So I only need to make my cardboard signs for the hangers. I'm going to do like a big cardboard sign to go across the gazebo, and a couple of signs for the books. And that's it. This market did not go to plan at all. So stay tuned for next week's video to see what happened. Before you head on over and see what happened with that market, let's break down week 35. I listed 55 items. I had 38 sales on all platforms, and the amount of resources that we diverted from landfill back into the circular economy was 34 kilos. Thank you so much for watching today. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button to see more reselling content and eco-friendly tips. And off you go. Go check out that next video. Happy treasure hunting, everyone.